I fix it. I'm a smart guy. Okay, let's watch it. 3, 1, and go! Finally, on an hour delayed. But like I said, sometimes you do live streams and stuff doesn't work, you know. That's how it is. Oh yeah, she got the letter in... Yeah. They're asking her to, of course, come there, right? Yes. She's like, but I'm a demon, you can't trust me. Yeah, it's like, nice to meet you, lady. Interesting. I guess she will leave here, probably. I mean, she's fighting Musa, and she probably wants to... But she obviously will be in danger. Great danger she leaves. Of course, a huge risk for her to leave, right? Yeah, I can hear him falling in the staircase. Yeah, okay. Yeah, she's like, yeah, it's... Yes. Got my own lady. We also got our own healer lady at home. Yeah, she's also pretty cool. Man, the crow looks really evil. Am I the only one? But that crow looks like... That person now when it's with his eye. Next thing is like his eye, yeah. The crow looks like he's the bad guy. Come on, the crow looks like he's the bad guy. I'm not the only one, right? Yeah, she's like, yeah, I'm not gonna join you guys. The crow looks really evil. I'm not gonna join you. Opening? I think so. Yeah, it's probably open. Man, that crow looks really evil, yeah. And it didn't have that it was zooming in on its eye. It was staring at her. Yeah, it didn't have it all, man. She probably will leave, right? For Nezuko's chance. Yeah, she's like, Nezuko-chan is the key, right? Yeah, it's all about that poor little Nezuko. That little girl got all the power of... Oh, this was she met... Now, of course, she recognized Tanjiro and Nezuko having the cloth and the... Yeah, she was like, they got the same earring and so on. Yeah, she was like, oh, I recognize him, yeah. Well, obviously, of course, she always knew that Tanjiro and Nezuko's family was, you know... Their bloodline, so to speak, or whatever. But I mean, I can imagine that maybe Nezuko could be a cure for the demons. Like you get Nezuko's, you know, blood or something, and maybe it can just heal you. Yeah, she's like, let's go there and talk to Nezuko, right? Take us out, probably. Yeah, but I'm thinking like that Nezuko in that sense, right? It's interesting, the Nezuko we have in front of us here. Nezuko might definitely be like a cure for the demons, right? It is kind of similar to like a vampire, you know, storyline, the bloodline or whatever. The sunlight, right? So yeah, Nezuko might be like, not only that she can walk in the daylight, but maybe getting her blood, you can like somehow just actually get cured. I think I said it last season too in my review there. Yeah, I remember that, but that feels like that's her view of it. She's like, yeah, maybe I can be in the sun too, right? Yeah, maybe I can just become a human again with Nezuko. That's probably what they are thinking, right? I would guess so. Probably. But yeah. Now then. I got to the opening. It's a good song. I mean, I'm a big fan of Hyde, so it's this part here, of course. That's what it's lazy though. They're really. I was like, that's what's great. No, but come on. I mean, I love Missouri, but it's clearly the same scene, right? Like, this here's a new scene, right? Here's a new scene, obviously. This is a new animated scene. But that scene with Missouri, where she's like flying after a katana, right? But she's doing her katana moves. That is clearly just last season. That is clearly last season. From when she was fighting the wood dragon thing. Whatever it was called. Wood serpent. I don't remember what it's called. Like, whatever he called it. Yeah, that is clearly from that. Yeah, all the other scenes are like new scenes, but hers are reused. That's what I pointed out there. Like, it's obviously not another new scene. It's like, come on, bro. Come on. Yeah, he's obviously dying. We heard it last episode. Yeah. Now it's like time to get his last
できそうにない。今はとても大事な時だから、みんなで一丸となってが。
Yeah, and Tanjiro is getting his last letter. It feels like he wants Tanjiro to take over the corpse thing, but Tanjiro and Nezuko is more the cure, right? To end the demons, so maybe it's more like finish it, so to speak. Sorry to drink something. I've been talking too long now. Not a big fan of eating on stream and so on, but he's always injured, man. Tanjiro is always injured. It's like every episode, between every season, he's like 7 broken ribs, 11 fingers broken. Yeah, it's like every episode, man. I'm like always between each season, Tanjiro is like, yeah, I'm here. Yeah, it's like, Jesus Christ, man. People are gonna ship them, right? They're gonna ship Tanjiro and Aoi-san now. Yeah, people are gonna ship them now, of course. Look at this. They're talking, so they better get married now. Like, seriously, I can see people shipping them so hard now. Oh, look at this ship now. Yeah, this is like, they're clearly in love now. That's Tanjiro's wife now, clearly. Now, what I had yesterday with Invisible Girl in Academia, right? People were like, oh, we ship her with Oyuro. I was like, why? It's like, they had one scene where they talk together. I was like, Jesus Christ, man, yeah. I was like, please tell me why you're shipping these two characters. They're like, well, they had one scene in one OVA 7 years ago. They had one interaction. They're talking over there. They're clearly gonna get married. I was like, yeah, that's how it is. No, I love fanships, man. I love it. Oh my god, you're getting like a waifu food now, Oksan style. Oh my god, they're getting married now, seriously. Okay, now I am on ship now, sorry. Now I am on this Aoi ship. Yeah, now I agree that that's his wife, man. She gave him a freaking knapsack. She was like, here's dinner, honey. Oksan style, man. Okay, they're married now. Okay, now I'm on ship too. I'm sorry, I agree. Obviously, she's his Tanya's love interest. Yeah, 100%, man. She got a little food here. Okay, this is what we saw earlier than in the stream, but I watched it wrong. It's gonna annoy him, yeah. It's like, leave me alone, idiot. Yeah, this is what we saw earlier. Or I said after this thing, I mean. So as I admitted, if you come to stream now, I've seen the last 5 minutes of the episode. Or that's 10 or so. Yeah, Jesus Christ. This is the weirdest stream ever done, man. He's gonna see... Tanjiro! It's like, I'm here! It's like, get away from me! Get away from me! Oh, god damn it, man. He's just like, yes, Tanjiro. I recognize you. It's like, oh god, this is so... That's a Tanjiro is though. He has no, what's it called? Personal space, yeah. The guy is terrible with personal space. He's just like, are you home? You alone? Yeah, he like jumps at this guy, poor guy, man. He's just like, I'm trying to meditate. That's what Tanjiro is, man, yeah. Isn't it sitting way too close to him now? Look at this, Tanjiro is like getting up on his grill, man. He's like, yeah, man. He's like right next to him, knee to knee, yeah. It's like, this how I'm eating it. Keep your distance, Tanjiro, man. Yeah, it's like, I don't want this part of this thing. Yeah. Can't wait for the onsen scene. Yeah, I can't wait for the onsen. Yeah, it's like, no, I have no friends. Yeah, go home, Tanjiro. Leave me alone. Yeah. So Tanjiro's gonna annoy him right there. Tanjiro is gonna annoy him now and refuse to leave him alone. I can see where this is going 100%, man. Tanjiro is gonna be like, yeah, it's gonna come back to him every day like, hello! It's like, I'm your best friend now. It's like, no, leave me alone. Yeah, Tanjiro is gonna like harass him every day, basically. Be like, Yeah, he's gonna go over with food with him. He's gonna leave his food there, yeah, but he's gonna do it every day, right? Oh god. He's like sleeping there now. He stays outside sleeping. This is like a hobo strategy time, you know, just to like yeah, this is some stalker behavior. Tanjiro is like sleeps outside his door, like I'm waiting for you all day. It's like I'm here. Like keep going behind him. Follow me. Oh my god, Tanjiro, leave him alone. That's what I mean. Tanjiro has no personal space ability. He's like those two skills. He's gonna stalk him now. Yes, he's back again. Get his hand! His hand! He's like, Jesus Christ, man. If he wasn't the main... he started sleeping and now he's outside. Oh, this is scary now. And now he's like, yeah, I can't even take a bath alone. Yeah, it's like, are you to sleep? My god. This is scary. Tanjiro is clearly the bad guy in this anime. If Musa wasn't a straight up evil vampire monster thingy, this is the actual bad guy. This is a Christ, man. He stays outside his door every day. He's stalking him. Following on the bridge thing. Yeah, this was so earlier before the... This is what I saw earlier though, before in the stream, yeah. On the bridge, and that was gonna flashback him. No, seriously! He's like a stalker! He keeps following after him. It's like, leave me alone! Let me tell you my sad backstory. Back off, bro! Back off! I will tell you about my dead best friend, okay? Then you back off, okay? Then you back off. It's like... Yeah, okay, it's like... So there's Hashira backstory. Yeah, then a bridge here. I thought it was a train bridge for some reason earlier. But here we go. Now we're gonna have this sad backstory. About my dead best friend. Oh, the old man's here. Uriah Sensei is back. Yeah. Oh, they're gonna show his face? No, he kept it. Yeah, okay. He removed the mask. Yeah. He's catching it. He only removed the mask off screen. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, of course, he has the same voice actor as Raya Sensei. Otsuki, his name is like that. Double O, yeah, Otsuki. Just like that. Also, those Bond man in Spy's Family. And also, of course, the old man in Slime. Yeah. Oh man, goal. Yeah, he already had a good breathing ability. Oh, that poor waifu, man. Yeah, it's pretty attractive for a demon. Oh, this is like some kind of wood demon sort. He was much stronger than me. I was. Yeah, he was like, that guy was a badass. I see. So he was younger, he was like, oh, I was a weakling. Yeah, I was nothing compared to my best friend. Yeah. I think that's what the flashback is going. He's like, I was nothing compared to him, man. He was so much better than me. He was like a rapidish. He was running around, burning everything down. He was badass. He was amazing. Yeah, he did everything. I guess he doesn't feel like he's a strong enough Hashira then. Because he feels like he's never been the best Hashira. I guess he's just like, yeah, I'm just, you know, sure I'm strong, but I'm not the best. Right? I just feel that's where it's going. He's just like, I'm not enough to be a Hashira. I'm just, you know, they gave me the role because no one else survived, basically. He's like, yeah, you know, I can barely read this katana. I can pull it out, but it doesn't really work, you know. Yeah, like that's kind of his take on it, right? I would say so. He's just like, leave me alone, Tanjiro-kun. Yeah. Well, no Tanjiro for at least good old sad here. Sad flashback. Yeah. No, Thunder was like, I remember that guy. I remember that, the Spirit Stone. Well, I guess it's lonely too, though, right? But that's probably an issue, generally speaking. Being on Hashira, I guess you get lonely kind of generally because your friend mostly dies, right? So it's not easy being a demon slayer and surviving. Oh, this reminds me of Bloom Into You opening. As a sex, yeah, visuals. Huh. But interesting. But like I said, I feel he doesn't see himself as, and suddenly when you see Rapidish disappears again. Yeah, the intense ice and fire. He should have survived, kind of thing to it. That's a good recap, though. Yeah, but it's interesting. They're like, yeah, Narun was way better than we are. Yeah, like we are the weak Hashiras. He should have been the guy to fight Musa, not we, the weaklings. Oh yeah, now I feel sad though. There's a little tearing up now though. In Oscar, this recap though, in Oscar's like, no! Yeah, that was a good, that was one of the best parts of the anime. Yeah, I think that last season, honestly, was probably the weakest season to some extent. It had the least emotional effect, except in Nezuko walking his sons in. To some extent. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't think it was bad or anything, but I think that it didn't have the exact same, like, impactful emotional scenes. Except Nezuko there. But even that scene, I don't think was as emotional as a death of a character that we liked, right? Like a likable dead character. Yeah, now he's changing his stalking methods. Sympathizing. Stockholm Syndrome stalking. Oh. So, you know what? I saw it happen. Yeah, like, wait, what? No, I'm thinking about it now. I realize it now. He has half his clothing. I realize it now. I don't know why it didn't hit me earlier, but I see this scene now. And I'm like, my god, yeah, he has half his bro's, my best friend's clothing, right? It's almost weird, his uniform is like half another clothing, right? You know, the pattern of this green, yellow pattern, right? Now it hit me now. Yeah, I'm carrying my best friend's, with me, right? That's why he has half his clothing being, you know what I mean? Like you see it now, half his clothing is the green, yellow, and the other one is red, right? He hit me now. My god, that was, I don't know, but if that probably is it obvious. I don't know what you think, guys, but it's like the bromance, yeah, like carrying on that bromance. But I don't know. This probably it was kind of, I guess I always kind of knew that, but I don't know. It hit me right now that's why he has two different clothing. That's why he has a uniform with two different colors. Of course, his best friend is half the clothing. Yeah, that's why we got this weird clothing design, half and half. This is of course when he learned his best friend died, right? Yeah. This is my bro. This is Oneshan? Yeah, I guess so. He's like sister. Has she mentioned before? His sister. No, Tanjiro is like, I need to duel him again, yeah. It has to be with what he did earlier. Man. Tanjiro and his stalking method, so they're talking to a new level here. Yeah, because I saw it earlier. No, this is what I saw earlier. Now he figures it out. Oh, yeah! Yeah! So it's like a goddamn time, Stop following these men around, man. It's seat fat. Yeah, it's like even more. Sanya was like, yes! My goddamn it, Tanjiro. Goddamn it, Tanjiro. Yeah, now they're gonna have like a soba ramen eating. Like, oh, it's so stupid. Nanda, yeah. They're gonna have some eating sugar cake. He's like, what? You want a dual meat eating soba? Yes. It's like, okay. Christ, Tanjiro. Oh yeah, this is cute. Shinobu now and yeah, Yamato-chan. Yeah, she's doing the whole. going to the shrine and praying to her, of course, One-san. This is a pretty cute scene, and I want to talk about more in the viewport, but in a Japanese cultural standpoint, this is very important. Because he goes to her, her master, her big sister's shrine, right? Which of course is a very Japanese thing, because you worship your ancestors and so on, right? I think also, Kanna, she's her disciple, and she got the little butterfly, but she's like, stay. But the important thing is that she's standing outside the shrine room, right? She's just entering it, because she's just like, what? Yeah. She's like, come in here. This scene is very important from a Japanese historical standpoint, because it's like allowing her to enter her master's shrine, right? Because this is kind of like your grandma's shrine, but you're not worthy enough yet to be in your grandma. Growing up, you can't enter grandma's place, basically. But now it's like, you're good enough now, girl, to enter, come in here, come into mama. We're going to talk about your grandma, right? This is a very, like, from a Japanese historical aspect, it is very important for her now to be allowed into, like her grandmasters, like her master's, shrine, her home, yeah. You can talk to grandma now too, it's kind of like that feeling to it, yeah. Come here, little girl. You're also a grown-up now, kind of thing, yeah. You have achieved greatness. You're good enough to be allowed into the, yeah. See, now she's like, I believe in you, basically, right? Yeah, you're good enough now to be my, whatever, just like, how to say, taking over the throne or whatever. Yeah, and then we get the ending, which is Hyde singing down, and the mark as well. But yeah, let's review it. Let's review it, guys. But I think that lesson there is very important, right? Let me just bring up some. Why is my sword heavy for? This sword is pretty heavy, actually. This sword is pretty heavy. It's not super light. Where's the 3 kilograms? So I'm gonna find the sea. Then I'm back a bit there. Hey, there it is. I want to have this in. There we go. Right. So let's review it. Sorry again then for being a long, much longer stream than I was planning. I hope you liked it. I mean, it plays some games instead, right? Waiting for the anime to drop. It is what it is. But anyway, next week then I'll know better. But honestly, it was a big mistake of me, right? Because like I said when I started the stream, I wasn't really sure when I was gonna release, because of course last week it was a double episode, right? So this week it was likely gonna be 30 minutes later at least, but I wasn't sure, because again it's very unclear on Japanese television, so it might just be same time but ending half an hour earlier or so on. It was very, very unclear on their side. So on the different, I mean, I used like live chart and all the stuff like that, and they said it was going to be the same time, right? So I was like, I guess it is. Whatever, I digress. You know the backstory. And here we go. This scene here, I like it, right? So I'm bringing it up because, like I said, it's an important Japanese thing, right? And I guess we can talk about the whole Yasuke thing again, and Assassin's Creed there, but, this sort of kind of stuff, right? And I genuinely mean it. I don't want to derail too much about the whole Assassin's Creed stuff again. But I think it's an important point to put out here is that this is kind of the retainer thing, right? With the issue of Yasuke being a samurai or not. Because here, right, we have like her, this is my student, right? This is like her daughter, student, adopted, whatever in that sense, right? And then she has her master's shrine, which is here, right? This is her, like the woman that trained her, right? And you can see how she's like, well, I know that this is like my master's master, so I'm staying outside this room. I'm not allowed into, grandmama's house, right, because I'm not worthy yet. I'm not strong enough or whatever, right, to be inside of my, like the ancestral home of my grandmaster, right? So now her master, which is kind of like her mom, right, it's like, come in, honey, I believe in you now. Then she has this like kind of meeting with her next to the shrine. So it's actually a very important, again, of my historical aspect that, no, you have all this like honor and can I join there and so on, right? And am I allowed into this thing? So her being allowed into the shrine again, right, is actually very important. Basically, it means to say, oh, you're allowed now to be this thing, right? And honestly, that's kind of thing I have an issue with the whole Yasuke thing, with the whole samurai and not, right? This is kind of the same thing. He didn't have the right title. They have this like Bushu and Kushu and so on, right? He didn't have the correct title. So he basically would have been in this case where, at best case scenario, he would have been allowed to be in Oda's court, but he wouldn't be allowed into this kind of room. But he wouldn't be allowed into like the special shrine of the clan or whatever. He wouldn't, right? Because you need to get the next rank basically to be that. Like we see in this Demon Slayer scene. That's kind of how it actually is in Japan. In typical feudal system, no, you have to get higher honor kind of thing to join this room. He wouldn't be allowed to do it, right? He wasn't a samurai, that kind of thing, right? As a side note. But overall, it is a good scene, right? But I want to point out, this is what I mean, right? This anime here, it's more authentic to Japanese history. This is actually how it kind of was, right? You know what I mean? So it's important to think about that stuff. So I like the scene because it's a lot of value, right, for her as a character. And her master is like, oh, you want to enter this scene? You want to enter the shrine? Cool, let's go in. Now then, let's talk about Tanjiro being a stalker. So the first half is a comedy gold, man, but also kind of scary. Obviously, Tanjiro's a monster, yeah. Tanjiro is like, where is this? He's in his house. He's trying to take a bath, and Tanjiro is there. I like this here is the freaking scary, man. See here? He's trying to sleep, right? He's trying to go to bed. Or Tanjiro is standing outside his house like, hey man, Hashira, dude! Tanjiro is a goddamn stalker, man. He's freaking dangerous. So yeah, the whole episode, like the first 10 minutes, or roughly the first 10 minutes, minus end opening, is Tanjiro being like, hey bro! Like he's standing outside his door, like waiting until he goes outside his house or whatever. And this in here is like straight up, you know, danger, the stranger danger, right? Tanjiro is standing outside his house, and because they have this like sliding doors, right? Classic Japanese doors. They're very light, you know, and yeah, you can see through them. He's standing outside him like, you sleeping? Come on, man, it's Tanjiro. It's very scary, man. But honestly, I mean, I like Tanjiro, he's a good character. But like I said earlier, he has issue with that, you know? Tanjiro is a person that has like almost no, I don't know, like social space something, right? He's always in people's face, and he's very bad at that, like, understand. He's way too innocently naive kind of guy. He's like, oh, like, yeah, let's be friends, you know, something. But yeah, I think this was really funny. But honestly, yeah, Tanjiro comes off as a complete crazy weirdo in this episode. Seriously does, right? Yeah, he seriously would be the bad guy in all animes. He would not be the yeah, he definitely would not be the good person in most of the storylines in this aspect. Of course, we know he's an innocent, nice guy, right? But yeah, this scene, he was really creepy, honestly. Especially this scene when he's like trying to sleep and he's standing outside the door, like staring through this. Are you sleeping? It's like, no, yeah, okay, yeah, that's. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of course, Yuno Gasai, right? You know, Yandere, Miraniki, yeah, Future Diaries. When she's like, Yuki, you're home yet, Yuki? And she's standing outside the door, like, staring through the, yeah, it's a classic scene, episode 3 of Future Diaries, where she is running after Yuki, and then she's standing outside his door at his house, and she's pushing her eyes into the mail, it's called, like, you know, your old post mail, you know, what is it called? Like the little, I don't know what it's called actually. What is that called? Like some doors, right? Not these anymore, but they used to have on doors. You can put in your mail, right? And I think today you basically stopped doing that because people did it for crime and so on. Yeah, because you can put on a thing and like open the door or whatever. But in old houses, right, we have this. Yeah, what's it called? I don't know what it's called actually. Like you put in the mail in the in the door. Yeah, like a little hatchet for leathers, right, in the door. She's staring through that with her eyes like, are you home? Yeah. Are you home yet? Just like, that's what I feel here. He's standing outside his door like, trying to stare at him like, are you sleeping yet? I'm waiting. It's like, okay, Tanjiro, take it easy, man. But it was funny, certainly. And before that, of course, we saw how they're gathering up the good demons, right, with Nezuko. And I think that, and I said it last season too, I think it kind of moves into, right, what I think are cure, right? I think that the best way is either, like, sure, maybe it's killing Musan, like, just removes all the demons, but wouldn't it be better to, like, somehow you have this Nezuko and she got the, I can walk in the sun and so on, yeah, can't you maybe, like, make a cure for the demons so they can, like, you know, stop being demons, right? It's like, because basically the backstory that we learned last season, and obviously I'm on this, I'm just guessing here, I don't know if this is actually how it works or whatever, but last season, we kind of learned that Musan is basically born with his power strat. He's like the first, you know, vampire demon thingy, and he's like the alpha vampire in all the shows, and he kind of spreading this thing, right? But they have all this like basing on biology. Obviously, it's fantasy, but you know he has his laboratory and his blood tests and so on. So it's basically, I mean, the backstory is that he's born with his monstrous powers, right? And he can make other people into monsters too. That's basically it, right? He's trying to be like scientific about it, and it certainly feels like, oh, if you have Nezuko's blood now, and her blood is like super powerful, and it can cure this whole issue of going to the sun or whatever, right? And she got a brain, you know, left to some extent, right? It certainly feels like, what if you take her blood? Maybe instead of making his Musan be stronger and he can walk in the sun, which makes him impossible to defeat, whatever, it feels more like you can take her blood, right, and maybe actually make a cure for the demons, and then give it to a demon, and they will lose their powers, and they will go out as a normal human again. That might be, I feel, could be the end game, right? Obviously, it's a shonen anime, we have to fight anyway, so of course you have to fight Musan and so on as a, you know, last boss or whatever, as, you know, where else would it be, right? But I do feel that they might be able to defeat the demons in general, but maybe inventing a cure using Nezuko's bloodline, so to speak, right? That's how the first 2-3 minute episode felt like. They're building up for this, like, how can we fix the blood, you know, how can we fix the demons permanently by actually curing it, right? And then, of course, while doing that at the same time, we also defeat Musan, so, you know, going off, beating Musan, and also then curing the demon disease king, that kind of remove the demons from the planet, right? In general, that's how I think so, at least. And also, lastly, of course, Musan might be weak against that, right? He currently seems that Nezuko is a cure for him, right? The Nezuko is like the key for him to get stronger and be able to be in the sun. But also, she might just be the antidote to him, right? Like, maybe you can take your katana, get some Nezuko blood on it or whatever, some Nezuko fire thing on it, right? Like we see kind of with Tanjiro earlier. And maybe that will make you stronger, you know, the whole fire blade thing. Maybe you can, like, yeah, use that somehow and make a stronger blade or something. Or so that also I can see how it's going. For example, if you ever seen Blood Plus, which of course is this main character called Saya, she got a katana, very similar to here, actually very similar. And in her katana, she has like a little vein in it that puts her blood into it. And because she's also a vampire, spoilers, but this is basically the premise. Saya is herself a vampire queen, and she's like fighting the other vampires, and by putting her own blood on her katana, right? She takes her sword, right, and puts like her own blood on it. Her blood then will like basically destroy the other vampires. But it's like an antidote for them. She's like two different vampire lineage or whatever. So she basically destroys them with her own power, right? Her own blood, so to speak. So I can see that being a thing, absolutely. Like you can force out something like that. By the way, pretty good anime, Blood Plus. It was a movie first, and then it became like a 50 episode anime. I think so, that's 4 seasons. Definitely recommend it. It's not the best anime ever, but it has some really cool scenes, some really big twists actually. But yeah, Blood Plus is actually pretty good anime. Saya Diva and so on. Well, probably released in like 2003 or something. Yeah, Jesus Christ, but 20 years ago. I still remember it, and she's basically it's like a vampire hunter slash samurai. You know, she's running around with like a katana. She's in Japan training the Japanese martial arts, something like that. Yeah, but it's actually a pretty good show. Honestly, if you like this show, Demon Slayer, you probably like Blood Plus. I mean, they're all quite similar. They're basically, instead of having Tanjiro and Nezuko, you have like a combination of them. So you have like a female character with similar personality to them to combine, right? And they're fighting these vampire monsters. And also the vampires aren't like Dracula. They're more like huge monsters, most of them. So yeah, it actually is quite similar to this anime. Maybe not the most similar to this anime, but actually quite so. A big difference in Blood Plus takes place though at current time, you know, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It takes place at modern timing, but with these like vampires in Japan. So it's different than that, of course. But honestly, yeah, so much similar when I think about it. I never thought about it before in my head, but yeah, now I think about it, Blood Plus is quite similar to Demon Slayer. Absolutely. But anyway, guys, hope you like the stream, guys. Of course, the stream was a little longer than planned, right? But whatever. If you're coming in the stream now, you can see the episode reaction starts in about an hour into it. I will make timestamps after this thing is ended, and then it takes like an hour or so when YouTube's gonna auto-fix that. But currently now it's like be a longer stream. It's supposed to be, right? But YouTube is gonna auto like correct it later. You just have to end the stream, and then it takes like a few hours for YouTube to edit it. It takes like yeah, usually it goes like 2-3 hours, but it depends how busy YouTube is. on a given day, because that's the problem with live streaming. As a side note, if I do it on my computer, right, I have a very monster PC. I can make it in a few minutes, but doing it live stream, now you are at the power of YouTube, which honestly is interesting. I feel a side note here, because if you have a really bad PC, right, you can't buy any PC or whatever, so on, using YouTube, like streaming and so on or whatever, then you can YouTube edit, right? It's actually probably way faster than editing on your PC, right? You know. But if you have an expensive PC, then it's worse, right? So it's somewhere, it's a kind of cutoff there somewhere, yeah. Or like if you, it's a side note, yeah, it's a cutoff. Somewhere it's better having your own PC if you have enough money, basically, right? But early, if you're like a new YouTuber, you probably should actually use YouTube instead. It's probably faster, actually. I think so. But anyway, guys, hope you had the stream. See you guys tomorrow with Fenris and, of course, Remonsters, which I'm watching because it's so bad it's good kind of thing, right? And check out my whole, you know, Asians being white, right? I think it's quite interesting. If you like Asian culture and so on, you probably find it very interesting. And I called the Yasuke video then last Friday about was Yasuke a samurai or not, right?